We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What you're about to see is a meteoric rise to Butthurt City. There is a lot of Butthurt here, and the ones involved are well on their way to Butthurt Nation. The Butthurt in this video is very much on a whole new level. The copium can't even save the enough Butthurt. Cautionary advised, the Butthurt is real. On with the program. How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. It seems the copium, the denial, everything you could think of just doesn't seem to end. And it looks like these guys actually believed that the deal was not going through. With the leaks having come out, they genuinely believed that this was the end of it. And it's pretty impressive as to how much the copium actually went. It went from Dreamcast guy, as we're about to see. MBG pretty much strikes again, and we're going to cover that one. But even Jim Ryan now, with his infinite wisdom, is actually somehow going into this, how could I put it? Ever like kind of drowning copium, that he's just trying to say things that will make himself feel better. And this is going to be a good one, folks. A real good one. And I really hope you enjoy it, because I'm going to enjoy recording this. Let's see what Mr. Dreamcast guy has to say. Alright, here we go. We're maximizing the screen because we want to see this in all its glory.
Now, the Activision Blizzard deal is officially blocked. It's done. Microsoft is not buying Call of Duty. Now,
he genuinely believes this. Let's listen to it again.
The Activision Blizzard deal is officially blocked.
It's officially blocked, chat, because of some leaks.
It's done.
It's
Microsoft is not buying Call of Duty.
Apparently they're not buying it. Apparently they're not. And I know he's going to come back and say, I put my hands up, I was wrong. And this is what they do, right? They come up front-faced saying that this deal is never going to go through. And then they come back again and again and push that agenda with the belief that once they turn around and say, hey, I put my hands up, I was wrong, everything's going to be okay. Nobody, you was not okay. And at the end of the day, as much as you absolutely hated this deal to go through, it was always going to go through, and it has gone through. But the copium doesn't stop there, right? This next one with our good buddy, MBG, as you can see here, it's a done deal. It's happening, baby. Now, there's a reason for me saying this. Now, listen to this guy. This is after the leaks came out, right? This is after the leaks came out. Listen to how and he was calling Xbox fans toxic, right? He was calling Xbox content creators or Xbox social media influencers toxic and whatnot. Just listen to how he turns around and attacks them. Just listen to it, right? And we're going to maximize this for its glory as well.
Things just got immensely harder, immensely more difficult for Microsoft.
It really didn't, by the way. It really didn't. Those leaks were 2-3 years old from 2020. The industry changes so fast. The fact that he couldn't see this is mental, right?
For Activision Blizzard. If you listen closely, I mean, if you just quiet down a little bit.
Everyone, quiet down. We're going to listen to this really, really closely. Everyone, shh.
You listen really closely. You can almost hear the cries of all the Xbox fanboys. All those for weeks and for months who told you, who told me, who told everybody else, they shouted it from the rooftops. It's a done deal. It's gonna happen, baby.
It's a done deal. It's gonna happen, baby. It's a done deal. I can see you looking at me directly. I know on screen it doesn't look like that, but right now I'm looking at you and I'm telling you, baby, it's a done deal.
All those who took so much time to put tears on Jim Ryan's face. Little did we know this whole time. Little did we know that those were tears of joy.
Tears of joy. The deal's gone through. What is he talking about? I mean, this guy literally is the living embodiment of an L, right? He has to be. This guy has to be the living embodiment of an L. Come on, you have to admit, I don't like to bash on people, but this guy, with his shitty takes, has to be the living embodiment of an L.
Those were tears of joy.
I mean, at the moment, I could see Jim Ryan crying with... I mean, we're going to see his statement in a minute, because his tears of copium are definitely not tears of joy.
Because Jim won.
Woo! Jim won, right? Jim won. So this is Jimmy's response, right? This is Jimmy's response to Activision and Blizzard. PlayStation's president Jim Ryan says that Bungie can provide them more for $3.6 billion than a $69 billion acquisition of Activision. I want to know what Jim's smoking, right? Because the first thing Bungie went and told them was, I'm sorry, man, you guys what you're making here for a live service, there's not enough microtransactions in there. You need to sort this shit out right now, please, and get it back into the drawing board. So Bungie is going to provide them with good information, and all these PlayStation fans that are loving this this acquisition, they've got a lot of live service, and I know a lot of them don't want live service, but it's coming their way. And as we know with live service games, the reality is only 1 in 10, maybe 1 in 20 is actually going to strike gold, and they're going to be pumping that out. And with Bungie for $3.6 billion, all they got is Destiny, and that's doing fairly well. The PvE side is dropping. The PvP side feels like they've been, humiliated. Are they going to go over to Marathon? I mean, they're relying on Marathon to be this massive hit. The game's not even out yet, so they're banking a lot on what Bungie's doing here. We know Activision extremely well, says Jim. They are probably one of our principal partners in terms of deployment of Sony's capital when you look at $69 billion for Activision compared to $3.6 billion for Bungie. We believe that Bungie can give us way more than a $65 billion acquisition of Activision, and that's before considering the relative value of that particular transaction. And what they're referring to there, what he's referring to there, is the live service benefits that Bungie have done. Bungie has made one game, and it's successful, right? In terms of a live service. Halo wasn't a live service. That was a, sandboxed game and done. Destiny was their game, and at the time, it was literally the only game of its kind. So it was new, it attracted people, and Destiny 1 was great, in my opinion. Destiny 2 has made advances, but they've also turned it into the biggest milking cash cow there ever is. There's been no real advancement, no real progression. They've added a few things here. They've added fishing, I guess. But to turn around and say that, this is a bigger deal, a better deal than Activision is crazy. The fact is, once that $69 billion acquisition is finally closed, Microsoft walk away with triple-digit billions, as was disclosed in the FTC trial. That was accidentally disclosed, where they said they asked Phil Spencer, and Phil Spencer got a bit upset with the fact that they weren't supposed to mention that number. They're walking away, once this deal goes through, with over $100 billion. So they're making over $30 billion just by the acquisition going through in just, assets. How is this even better? But let's just go through the comments. Bungie given Sony first-party studios advice on live service games. For example, Bungie want Naughty Dog to play Last of Us Factions 2. They didn't think it was engaging enough. Sony then delayed the game. So what they're saying here is that Sony studios, like Naughty Dog, have no clue what they're doing. They had to go to an external company like Bungie, who've just been acquired, and said, "Hey guys, we don't know what we're doing. Can you just please check this out for us so we know we're on the right track?" I think it's the right thing to do if you're building a game that's not in your wheelhouse, right? We've seen how that turns out. We've seen it turn out badly. Just look at Anthem with BioWare, right? So at the end of the day, it's good that they did that. But they're getting studios to build stuff where the studios just aren't in that thing. But like Peter says here, this is nothing but copium, and I agree. Right off the bat, Activision generates more revenue and brings more valuable IPs to the table. COD, Overwatch, Diablo, Candy Crush. Candy Crush brings a lot of money. At the end of the day, say about it what it will, it brings in a metric ton of money. All Bungie brings is Destiny and Marathon. And let's face it, Marathon isn't even out yet. That could be the biggest flop of the century. We just don't know. COD alone is 10 times more valuable than Destiny, and that is a fact, right? We all know this. DPJ here, more what? Microtransactions and reskins? This is all about return on investment. Bungie has much more potential for growth. No, they do not. If that was the case, Jim, why did you make such a big deal about it in the first place? Exactly. Look, I love Bungie, but this is a stretch. Basically, there's more equity in Bungie than in Activision. Sure there is. Let's let it all play out. Activision will always be Activision, and they will, continue to make their Call of Duties, and they will sell on all platforms. And soon, with the Nintendo Switch 2 probably getting it as well, that's even more money. Ain't no way they thought this was a good statement. The companies whose servers got DOSed on holidays bought the company whose servers are currently getting DOSed and proudly states they're worth more than Activision Blizzard will ever be. So why did you want Call of Duty so bad if Bungie is all they need? It's all copium. It's really bad, right? It's so bad. Like, the copium here is unfathomable. But you got Dreamcast guy who was like, "This deal is blocked, guys. It's over." And then you got MBG pretty much crying Xbox fanboys. And we've all seen what's happened to him now, haven't we? He's crying with pure toxicity oozing out of his veins. Tell me he isn't doing exactly what he is preaching. And then we've got the king of all copiums with Jimmy Ryan boy. My God. Bro, COD made 27 to 30 billion this and last year. As much as I effing despise Activision, you have to admit they're worth more than Bungo. Some people just don't understand facts, doesn't care about your feelings. Feelings! But man, the copium that's coming out from Team Blue is unbelievable. Like, Destiny 2 is more memorable. This guy doesn't play Destiny. Clearly, he doesn't play Destiny. Clearly, because all the content creators playing Destiny have basically given it the middle finger and said, enough is enough. We're sick of the crap that you're giving us. We need change. We need it now, or we're moving. True Vanguard, Fallout plays. Even Astacross, full-on attacked Bungie for their predatory ways as they continue to nickel and dime off their fan base. PlayStation, why is the Destiny 2 server so bad right now? Only Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 in the first month generated $1 billion in sales. That's crazy on its own in 1 month. And they're downplaying it. Considering Bungie has killed Destiny for me, I wouldn't consider anything they advise for engagement to be advice worth following. Their player numbers prove this out as well. And I have to agree with this because I love the Destiny. Destiny 1 was amazing. I enjoyed Destiny 2 for about halfway through its tenure. But after that, it pretty much became a dumpster fire. But man, the copium in these guys is absolutely real. But come on. We got to hear it again, right?
The Activision Blizzard deal is officially blocked. It's done. Microsoft is not buying Call of Duty.
Man. Come on. I can't do it to these guys anymore. I mean, just
Quiet down a little bit.
Okay, everyone, we've got to quiet down for one last
Listen
time.
really closely.
We're listening, yeah, right?
You can almost hear the cries
Of the PlayStation fans.
of all the Xbox fanboys.
No. They got the deal went through, dude. The deal went through. They're not crying. They're not moaning or anything. They were like kind of waiting in anticipation to see what the CMA bullshit was going to come out. But no, clearly there was nothing left for them to do, so they've approved it. So, you mean the PlayStation fans with their tears, right? MBG?
All those for weeks and for months who told you, who told me, who told everybody else. They shouted it from the rooftops. It's a done deal. It's going to happen, baby.
And it is. It's a done deal. It's going to happen, baby. And with that, that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.